Welcome to Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, Tennessee. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. So Memphis offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. A 150-yard, 3-touchdown day while leading his team to victory in their last game. Dropping back, it's Nolan. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Makes the grab on the left. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. A give to Brown.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive.
There's some room. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Memphis just keeps moving the chains on this drive. They're set up with another first down. Unloads quickly. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Quick handoff. And they swarm him under.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of the...
Oh, he's got some space. Looks as if he'll have enough to give Memphis a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Handoff for Brown. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense?
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early. And
touchdown, Tigers. They strike first. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They took it 71 yards down the field. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Blunt. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Owls offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And this guy doubtless will be a huge part of the game plan. And he will have to deal with Jalen Braxton, who can absolutely be a blanket on anybody he's covering. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he'll be brought down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the run. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Nolan. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Tigers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Takes it all the way down to the floor after making the grab, and they're set up.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that 1st down.
Gonna look downfield again. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they're trying to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
After the incompletion, will they try it again here on 3rd and goal? From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Temple offense heads out to start this drive. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Handoff from the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Coleman. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Temple lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. The run inside. It's Brown. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Memphis will be forced to punt.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Running inside, it's Coleman. He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll go right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Temple lining up to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Now on the return. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Rush is on him. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They're going to give it to the wide receiver on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Memphis! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Well, the defense is going to be kicking themselves for that. They knew coming into this game they had to stop this wide receiver. And it wasn't just going to be catching the football. They knew they might see him in the run game as well. Really good timing on the reverse call there. Down in the red zone, the defense just not able to catch up and make a tackle.
He'll bring it out. It's Blunt. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not...
There he goes! They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Green. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got an open man. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Owls are marching down the field. They'll run it on the counter. Pickup of 5. It's now second and 5.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, two guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
Quickly to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on first and 10. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's second and 17. Looking to fire. They go to the wide receiver screen, and they get him down. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. Ball's at the 26. It's third and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Complete. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 13. The Owls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Off play action on first down. Makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run play action. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one third and long. Pressure coming. On the move and looking. Sweet cut there. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. They'll start on the ground with Brown. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Under fire. And it's a sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Here comes the heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And the Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Still running at the 40. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Here's the pressure. Makes the catch. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. A give to Brown. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. Coming to the line, looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 29. It's complete to the right. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Nolan. Here's the heat. Gets it to him on the screen. Turning it up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Morrow. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Coleman. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Grabbed in the middle. It's Logan. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Owls are in the hurry-up. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Finds the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw it again. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Splits the uprights. It's good. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. Let's get things popping with Maryland taking on the number 10 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Holly's always working the injuries on the sidelines. Holly, what have you got?
Hey guys, the Owls head coach told me at the half, although he did not have a full update, he did tell me their running back will not return to this game. They are continuing to evaluate him for a lower body injury. They would not say exactly what it is. Let's hope it's not serious, but he is definitely out for the start of this second half. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Defense wants to bring the heat. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Finds his tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Temple lining up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Nolan. Finds his big tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run inside, it's Brown. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Brown again. Might have a chance. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical.
Intercepted for the 11th time. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Really nice job there by the defense because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Inside the 35. Breaks into the open. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Now on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Coleman. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Not much coaches love more than finding points on special teams, and that 94-yard touchdown return gave it to them. Coming out with it, it's Blunt. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get it through the air. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Running into the open space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Temple lining up to punt it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. To the air, it's Nolan. Puts it out of the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Under fire. He'll get rid of it. Finds his man. It's Simmons. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on first down. Complete. Can't get him to the ground. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground.
Breaks into the open on the left. All the way. Touchdown, Memphis.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch. End zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Morrow. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. This game all but decided. Let's take a minute here as we get later in the season to look at the Heisman Trophy race. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Off the play fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it at the 30. And he scores! Touchdown, Owls! The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Here he comes from his own end zone. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Memphis Tigers offense ready to set up shop. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Great place to start for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught behind the line. It's Green. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. off play action. Caught. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And just no hesitation there by the quarterback, right? Primary target not open, so find your check down. Where's my running back? Yeah, I know I'm under pressure. I know I'm going to get hit, but I'm not taking a sack. I'm going to find a way for us to get a few extra yards here.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long.
Ready. 180.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. The Tigers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room.
Delay of game. Offense.
So backing up with that penalty, and they can feel their own goalpost looming over their shoulder. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. He'll pull it down and run. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Line getting set on second down. To the air, it's Gardner. Makes the grab. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Wants to throw it again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carter. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Simmons. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size. Still got him on the turf. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws for the tight end. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Coleman. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll do it himself on the draw. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Got a man in the middle. Touchdown, Temple. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The run inside. It's Carter. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Maybe some room here. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Reads it, fires complete. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver. Man, their fans have been hungry to see that. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Covey. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. It'll be 3rd and long. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Scanning the field, it's Gardner. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Running inside, it's Coleman. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Got it. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just walk.
Maybe a crease. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown Owls. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Using his legs, it's Carter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent, looking ahead to next season. But that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's good.